Yo, what is up guys? It's me exactly back bringing some more daily NBA news. As always, you guys are the real MVPs for coming back each and every single day. Hope you are all having a great day, and I seriously can't thank you enough for coming back. And hey, if you're new here, if this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. So glad that you could join us, but make sure that you smack that sub button and hit the bell as well so you can stay up to date with everything that goes on in the NBA on a daily basis. Now let's take a look at everything that is going on in the NBA, but first a quick word about this video sponsor, athleticcases.com. Basketball, baseball, football, or soccer, no matter what the sport, you guys can now rock your favorite players on the back of your phone. Use the promo code ZachLee for 10% off your orders. Links are in the description box below. First up in the news, of course, the biggest thing that happened yesterday was the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James beating the Boston Celtics in Game 7 to advance to the NBA Finals once again. This will be LeBron's 8th straight trip to the NBA Finals, but that's just incredible. And this year, with the team he had, it's easily the most impressive trip to the Finals for sure. But speaking of impressive, we have to talk about Jayson Tatum for a second. If the Rookie of the Year award was given for full body of work and not just the regular season, he would win it this year hands down. The way he's been able to perform in the playoffs right up until the very end, some of the things that he was able to do, it's just flat out indescribable how impressive it was. And after the game, that was the talking point with LeBron James, as LeBron came out and said that Jayson Tatum was built for NBA stardom.
And then with Jayson, I just love everything about the kid, the way he plays the game, his demeanor, you know, where he come from. You know, I know his parents, and I just know he's just built for stardom. He's built for success, and that's both on and off the floor. So
he is, guys. He really is. He could be an all-star as soon as next season, if we're being honest here. And really, after that, the sky's absolutely the limit. And no disrespect to Paul Pierce or their career that he had, but he recently came out and said that Jayson Tatum reminds him of a younger version of himself. And once again, no disrespect intended towards Paul Pierce at all, but Jayson Tatum is most likely going to be better than Paul Pierce ever was. I mean, we're talking about a guy that at the very least is going to be an MVP candidate for many years. So I think saying that Jayson Tatum's ceiling is a Paul Pierce type player is kind of a little disrespectful to Jayson Tatum. Next up in the news, Marcus Smart is set to be a restricted free agent this upcoming offseason. And honestly, it's starting to sound like he might not be with the Celtics next season due to money problems. As after the Celtics were eliminated from the playoffs yesterday, Marcus Smart came out and said this: "To be honest, I'm worth more than 12 to 14 million just for the things I do on the court that don't show up in the stat sheet. Don't find guys like that. I always leave everything on the court, every game. Tell me how many other players can say that." The Boston Celtics are already paying Al Horford a max contract. They just gave Gordon Hayward a max contract. They're paying Kyrie Irving a lot of money right now, and they're about to have to re-sign him after this season since he's about to be entering the final season of his current contract. And then after that, you're gonna have Jaylen Brown and then Jayson Tatum. So they're about to be writing checks for a very long time, and one of them they might not be able to afford if it's too big is Marcus Smart. They'll barely be able to afford to give him 12 to 14 million, and if he's talking about getting paid more than that, then it ain't gonna work out. I will say though, while some people might scoff at the idea of giving Marcus Smart more than 12 to 14 million dollars a year just because he isn't the best shooter and takes some pretty bad shots from time to time, if you have guys like Timofey Mozgov, Joakim Noah, Luol Deng, and Evan Turner making around $18 million a year, there is going to be some team out there that offers Marcus Smart a 5-year, $100 million contract. And if that's the case, the Boston Celtics will have no choice to either do a sign and trade with that team or just let Marcus Smart walk, because there is no way they will be able to match that contract. For our next story of the day, Kobe Bryant just tweeted out one of the best tweets that has ever been tweeted in tweet history. I mean, a single tear started strolling down my cheek as soon as I read this tweet last night. It was just so beautiful, as he said this: "We can enjoy one without tearing one down. I love what he's doing. Don't debate what can't be definitively won by anyone. Hashtag enjoy my 5. Hashtag enjoy MJ6. Hashtag enjoy LBJ's quest." Arguing over who is the greatest of all time is so trivial. It's useless. No matter what, you end up trying to nitpick over the littlest things of how great these players' overall careers were. Just think to yourself, how many times have you, as a LeBron, Kobe, or Jordan fan, gotten into an argument with someone else over who is the better player and actually convinced that player that LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, or Michael Jordan is better than one of the other two players? I can guarantee you it's never happened. To you, the greatest player, the GOAT of all time, is going to be based upon your values as an NBA fan and how that player impacted your life. That's the bottom line, to each their own. I do want to share, though, to continue on with this story, that some reporter or journalist or whatever he wants to call himself tried to use this time to take a shot at Kobe Bryant by saying this: "Enjoy my 5. Kobe's angry that he's trapped at the kiddie table at the base of Mount Rushmore. Have some class." I'll say a little bit about that in a second, but first, here is how Kobe Bryant himself responded to this tweet. Hashtag Annie, hashtag Oscar, hashtag Emmys. Safe to say I'm focused on another mountain, but I'm guessing it's too hard to fathom athletes supporting other athletes to be great. Hashtag Simple Mind. First off, do you seriously think that Kobe Bryant cares about your opinion or about any of our opinion? This guy is a 5-time NBA champion, one of the most successful athletes, period, and is now doing his thing in the entertainment industry. Secondly, you're going to use a tweet about Kobe Bryant saying that we should just enjoy a player's greatness and not try and compare them against one another by discrediting what others have done to try and trash Kobe Bryant, and then you tell him to have some class?
Good job. Good job. That's just silly. Next.
For our fourth story of the day, which is the perfect follow-up to that thing we just talked about regarding Kobe Bryant, Skip Bayless is in the news today for managing to find some reason to hate on LeBron James after he just won Game 7 against the Boston Celtics. As immediately after the game ended, he tweeted out this: "Cavs have finally done what they should have done in 5 games. They're just better than Boston. They have LeBron James. The Celtics didn't have Kyrie or Hayward. Shame it took so long." Followed up by, "It's laughable to think that winning the East with this team was in some way a great achievement by LeBron. Victor Oladipo's Indiana, the same sorry Raptors team they swept last year, the overachieving Celtics without 2 All-Stars, huh? LeBron's Cavs should have won the East." Hate him if he wins, hate him if he loses. This guy is really good at his job of hating LeBron James. He will always find some way to throw some shade at LeBron James. Even if LeBron finds some way to do the impossible by winning an NBA championship this year, you already can guarantee that Skip Bayless will find some way to hate on LeBron James for it. And for our final story of the day, Game 7 between the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors is set to go down tonight. Maybe by the time you're watching this, it's already going down, or it's already over, who knows. Anyways, the media just caught up with James Harden before this game, and he said a Game 7 at their house is the exact reason why they worked so hard in the regular season to land home court advantage. I mean, if you asked us when we were in the Bahamas this summer that this team would have a Game 7 to go to the finals against the Warriors, we take that. There's no pressure. It's an opportunity that we're all excited to be a part of. Game 7 at our house. This is what we worked the entire regular season for, to get home court advantage. Home court advantage is nice. It's really nice, because let's be honest here, if this game was at the Oracle Arena, no one would be giving the Houston Rockets a chance of beating the Golden State Warriors. But since it's at their crib, at their home, then yeah, they have a bit of a chance. However, the advantage better than home court advantage will be the Chris Paul advantage. If he was actually able to play tonight, of course, we all know that he has that hamstring injury, but he hasn't been definitely ruled out of Game 7 just yet. Mike D'Antoni says he will be a game time decision, so let's all hope that Chris Paul is actually able to play, even if he's not at 100%. Anyways, that is going to lead us to today's question of the day. Are you giving LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers even the slightest chance against whoever comes out of the Western Conference? Because let's be honest here, LeBron James and the Cavs have been counted out in every series that they've been in up until this point, and that's going to be the case in the finals as well. But even despite that, are you giving them a chance? Let me know down in the comment section below. But that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smack that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more daily NBA news. Thank you once again for watching. I'll see all of you right back here tomorrow, but until then, keep getting the Bucks team as you see, and I am out of here. Peace!